All this week on Dateline Schools, we've been visiting Crull Elementary School in Port Huron, which is the host school for the October Distinguished Teacher of the Month, Melissa O'Hare. And Melissa, one of the great things about being named the Distinguished Teacher of the Month is Intern Specialist Marysville always presents the classroom teacher with a $300 check. Any idea what you're going to do with that with your classroom?
Well, the first idea, which came from the students, was to split the money amongst everybody in the room. That was right away. They were like, oh, we should split the money. But I told them we would sit down and we would talk about it. We'll talk about some things that we need in the classroom. They've given me a couple of suggestions, some fidgets, some therapy putty, some things like that, some snacks. Because I'm always purchasing snacks for the classroom, and they don't like what I'm purchasing, so they said we can use some of the money to buy some good snacks for the classroom. So we're going to sit down and have a few meetings and talk about it before we just run out and spend it. There was also a $50 Target gift card in there that was kind of nice. So I'm going to use that $50 Target gift card to supply our classroom store with some new trinkets and prizes.
Now, I know a lot of people, when they get into teaching, special ed isn't always on the radar, but why did you want to become a special education teacher?
It was a challenge, and it was a challenge that I was willing to take. I had to choose between doing an emotionally impairment or a cognitively impairment one. And I went with the emotionally impairments because I thought that it was something that I could grab a hold of and help students and really embrace. And I think I've done that. I mean, emotionally impairments seems to be my little thing. Maybe I'm a little emotionally impaired myself. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's been my thing.
And obviously, you're very successful at what you're doing. So what advice do you have for your colleagues, not only here at Crull, but across Port Huron schools and across the county?
Well, I think the same way I get my students to come back to school every day is just to have fun. I mean, it's got to be fun, even in here when things can get pretty bad. We still have fun with it, and we have to laugh. You have to learn to laugh at yourself. You're going to make mistakes. That's what I tell my students when I tell them I don't expect them to be perfect, because I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I have a student that he'll make an error when he's reading, and he starts to get upset about it. And I'll say, have you ever heard me read? I read to the kids all the time, and I make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. I don't expect perfection, and they don't expect it from me, and I don't think my colleagues should expect to be perfect either.
For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington. Dateline Schools is a production of St. Clair County RESA.